All right, this is going to be, oh God, I'm losing track. I think this is machine number 7 this morning. Technically, it is no longer morning. So, this, last week we found this contactor with a leg that had just decided, what do the kids say these days? It decided to yeet itself out of the circuit. So I couldn't find a contactor last week. I looked through their shop today on an unrelated search and happened to come across a contactor. So we're gonna go ahead and swap this out. This is supposed to be a magnetic tip screwdriver. We're going to put that to the test. Alright. So we've got one coil lead off. We'll take the other coil lead off. The machine is turned off through the circuit breaker and the drop cord is unplugged. Because safety first. Alright, we've got our coil leads off. Flip over to a Phillips bit and we will do the top legs. This was the machine that they said it wouldn't turn on, and they thought the moving deck control and jam cable was bad, and it looked like somebody had swapped that out. All of the cables are on. But we couldn't test that theory because we couldn't power the machine up. Why is that a flathead? Well, the good news is the new contactor comes with new screws. So we don't have to play mismatch hardware here. Man, it's I know, there's a lot of wire nuts in here. I didn't do it. Simply here to help them out. One day a week with their biggest issues. And right now, this lane is one of their biggest issues because it doesn't work. Alright, I am behind the camera removing all of the screws from the new contactor. I'm not going to move you guys around. It's not really exciting. Not a lot to see. Not much going on. But the good news is I think the pinsetter noise is going to be drowning out the music, so I don't have to worry about getting creative with trying to overdub non-copyright music. Yes, I'm happy about that. I don't know. Some of you guys might want to hear me ramble. Some of you guys might not. I don't know. Either way, It's less work on my end to not have to worry about audio. We're almost done. I got one more screw left. Patience, please, and thank you. Alright, all of our screws are out. Let's go ahead and start with... Oh, I think I know why they had that funky screw in. There's so many things that are currently connected to this bottom terminal that the screw may not actually be long enough to thread in. We're gonna find out. I think we're good, but we'll know for certain here in a second. Yeah, it's working. It's tight. There's a lot of stuff connected on that leg. Does it need to be? Probably not. It's always kind of funny when you hear PA announcements like that. I'm not used to it. Both of our centers, we use radios to communicate between departments. So I wear a walkie-talkie, wear a radio and an earpiece, and that way the entire building does not know that there is a trouble call or somebody is waiting for their bowling ball to come back. Oh, my little phalanges are getting fatigued. Trying to do this without blocking the shot either. Easier said than done. Why did they make these flathead? I don't know. Other than to piss people off. Well, we got it started. That's all we need for now. Come on, get in there. Perhaps I could have done this a little easier. Let's see if I can bring in a bigger flat blade tip. Yeah. That might be better. It is 100 times better. Alright, coil terminal's tight. Other coil terminal's tight. Let's go ahead and get all of our hot legs tightened down. This poor contactor is literally floating in the circuit box. This looked like somebody at one point converted from the Federal Pacific contactors to these Guardian or Deltral type, and didn't actually anchor them down to anything. But now, here we are umpteen years later, and there's a bunch of wiring behind this contactor. And this wiring is all brittle and gross and kind of falling apart. So I get nervous if I move this wiring, if I'm going to break insulation off and cause major electrical issues. I kind of want to avoid that. It's not ideal, I understand. But for now, this is going to stay floating. We've got our contactor wired back in. We're going to plug it in. We're going to turn the breaker on. We have our rear switch off. Rear switch is off, so the breaker's coming on, and we're going to watch that contactor close. It didn't close. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, now we got to do more diagnostic work. Cool. Hold on, let me get you guys repositioned. All right, well, let's start some diagnostics here. Bring in our meter. We're going to go ohms, check. We want to make sure the coil of our brand new contactor is in fact good. So we've got continuity across our coil. Okay. Let's plug our breaker in and flip it on. We've got $230 volts. I'm on the wrong setting. It didn't like that. 230 volts coming in, 230 volts going out. Okay. So we have proper incoming voltage. The coil on our contactor appears to be working. If we can check the coil on our motor start relay. $12 ohms, that should be good. Alright. Well, let me check. Let's slide over. Let's check our fuses. I'm getting a weird reading on that 1 amp fuse. Let's go to tone. Nothing. Open line on the 1 amp fuse. Yep. Yeah, that's yeah, you guys aren't going to be able to see that on camera. Just trust me, it's blown. Let me go get a new one and I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to put our new fuse in, and we're going to continue to see if there are any other things that are going on here. We're good there. Let's move to our 3.2 amp fuse. Visually, it looks good. We're going to go ahead and test it. Alright, 3.2 amp fuse is good. I don't see anything else that looks bad. The book calls for a 1 amp slow blow fuse, an MDL, 1 amp MDL. I can tell you what came out of there was a 1 amp fast blow fuse. So that may have been the issue as well. Oh, that's cute. Let me spin you guys over here. This is your, well, you guys can't see, but here, up top, 3.2 amp fuse. Let's follow this around. Here's the wires for the 3.2 amp fuse. And if we look down here, we've got a resettable pop-out circuit breaker kind of thing. This is, I don't know who did it. I don't know why. I'm asking too many questions here. Let's back up and see if this thing is going to do like a, if it's going to run properly or not. See if we can do the 1, 2, 3, please don't blow up. Oh, we're plugged in, breakers on, rear switch, nothing happened. Alright, well, let's double check our fuse again. I didn't get it on camera, but the contactor had not pulled in. Weird. Maybe a problem with that contactor. Machine runs, but then the contactor got stuck closed too, so this thing might be jacked up. Well, let's jump over to the low voltage terminal strip and we'll meter a couple of test points. What we're looking for, since the last thing that was messed around with was going to be the control cable, we want to meter TS1 to TS2. It's going to tell us if our deck jam cable is open or closed. Our deck jam cable is open. We have no continuity between TS1 and TS2. So we'll need to go jump down and take a look at the deck jam cable. So I'm wondering if we can adjust this deck jam micro switch in a little bit. Obviously the button head of that X washer for the jam assembly is good. But the switch looks a little crooked and it may not be in the closed position. So we're going to loosen up the two screws that hold that to the 4-to-1 plate, and we're going to try and press it into the button head of that X washer a little bit. Alright, so we're going to loosen our two screws. You see how floppy our micro switch housing is now. I'm going to shove that as far down as I can and retighten. It's dark in there. I wish I could get you guys some more light, but kind of limited on resources right now. Okay. So we've got that micro switch housing squished down as tight as it's gonna get. So let's jump back up top. We'll meter TS2, 1, and 2 again. Alright, we're back up top. We're on continuity, so we should hear a beep. No beep, really. Huh. Well, this is not good. This thing is, what? Maybe I read the schematics wrong. Let me double check. Something's not adding up here. I misread the schematics. I don't have a paper book. Every time I want to look at the schematics, I have to use my phone, so I can't talk to you guys and look at schematics at the same time, unfortunately. What we're looking for between 2 and 3. We are open between 2 and 3 still. That's not good. Well, let me rack my head around this a little bit. I made an observation here that the heads of these screws are coated with something. I don't know what. Varnish, shellac. So I'm not getting a reading on the screws. So I need to go to the terminal ends themselves. I have continuity between 2 and 3 on these terminal ends. If I go to the heads of the screws, I get nothing. Well, maybe something, but yeah, weird. So our deck jam circuit is complete. It may have been complete the whole time. I don't know. Let's turn it on and see if this thing works. All right. Plugged in, turned on, rear switch is on, and the machine fired up. There you go. We got it. That was definitely more of an adventure than I really wanted to go on. But that's going to be it for machine number 7 today. I think they've got one more on their list, so we're going to go check that out.